I have been asked to write about Edgard Varese. I am in no way qualified to. I can't even pronounce his name right. The only reason I have agreed to is because I love his music very much, and if by some chance this article can influence more people to hear his works, it will have been worthwhile. I was about 13 when I read an article in Look about Sam Goody's record store in New York. My memory is not too clear on the details, but I recall it was praising the store's exceptional record merchandising ability. One example of brilliant salesmanship described how, through some mysterious trickery, the store actually managed to sell an album called Ionization. The real name of the album was The Complete Works of Edgard Varese, Volume 1. The article described the record as a weird jumble of drums and other unpleasant sounds. I dashed off to my local record store and asked for it. Nobody ever heard of it. I told the guy in the store what it was like. He turned away, repulsed, and mumbled solemnly, "I probably wouldn't stock it anyway. Nobody here in San Diego would buy it." I didn't give up. I was so hot to get that record, I couldn't even believe it. In those days, I was a rhythm and blues fanatic. I saved any money I could get, sometimes as much as $2 a week, so that every Friday and Saturday I could rummage through piles of old records at the jukebox used record dump, or whatever they called it, in the Maryland Hotel, or the dusty corners of little record stores where they'd keep the crappy records nobody wanted to buy. One day I was passing a hi-fi store in La Mesa. A little sign in the window announced a sale on 45s. After shuffling through their singles rack and finding a couple of Joe Houston records, I walked toward the cash register. On my way, I happened to glance into the LP bin. Sitting in the front, just a little bent at the corners, was a strange-looking black-and-white album cover. On it there was a picture of a man with gray frizzy hair. He looked like a mad scientist. I thought it was great that somebody had finally made a record of a mad scientist. I picked it up. This is true, ladies and gentlemen, peed in my pants. There it was. EMS 401, The Complete Works of Edgard Varese, Volume 1. Integrals, Density 21.5, Ionization, Octandra, René Leroy, the N.Y. Wind Ensemble, the Juilliard Percussion Orchestra, Frederick Waitman conducting. Liner notes by Sidney Finkelstein. Wow! I ran over to the singles box and stuffed the Joe Houston records back in it. I fumbled around in my pocket to see how much money I had. About $3.80.